All right, so that's it? I mean, not that you go home, but that's the answer. We're gonna talk for just a minute.
Wow.
The one thing I want to talk about is how close this is to 0. All right, what if this had crossed 0? What would you think about that?
It's bad.
Oh, it's not necessarily bad, but what does it mean? If there's 0 difference, it means there's 0 difference. It means they're the same. So it means we cannot say conclusively that there's any difference between them at all.
So that up there is basically stating that there isn't a very large difference at all between them?
Well, there is a difference. It does not cross 0. Where our alarm goes
So,
off
like,
is when it crosses 0. And we say our confidence interval contains 0. So at the 98% level, we cannot say that there's any difference at all. It may be that there is no difference between them. Question, Brian?
Would that change with a bigger sample size?
If we have a bigger sample size, what, this would get smaller, right?
Right.
Yeah, so this would get smaller, and the margin of error would get smaller, and this would not get as dangerously close to 0.
Got it.
That might happen, but another thing that might happen with the bigger sample size is we would get different numbers. And we might realize, well, what, in fact, it is 0.
Got it.
All right. Okay, I'm happy. I hope you're happy.
Overwhelmed.
We're good? Good. Yeah, I think this, hopefully this was a good chance to kind of ingrain sampling distribution of the sample whatever type of things. And I would really concentrate on working that concept with these problems. And I think we're at a good point for you all to be absorbing this material. Seems like you're getting it, seems like you have the concept, but you do need to practice it, you do need to crank it out. It's going to get a little bit more tricky next week because we're going to look at it a slightly different way. We're going to do hypothesis testing, which I told you in the beginning of class was, I think, one of the most valuable things you can do as a business student is pose a hypothesis test with a legitimate business question and use this statistical theory to prove it or disprove it. But, so I think between now and next week is your chance just to really get comfortable with this. And if you're comfortable with this going into next week will be like, oh, that's interesting how we can use it this way, and that's kind of exciting. But if you go into next week still a little shaky, then it's going to get worse. All right, email me if you have any questions or want to come and see me. Good luck in the snowstorm. See you next week.
Hi, criminal.
Oh, yeah,
People roll
so.
them. Very nice. Zeros in front of it.
You can get a student subscription
So
for
Microsoft means you have.
I think like $99 for 4 years.
When you're young, or as someone in this drive. One time, one night, my girlfriend gave me dates that I did on my laptop. All the
Let's get home.
See, like this kind of like.
Zero was at Microsoft. You got the old